Hello students, in our previous class, we have understood Euclid's division algorithm. So basically what is algorithm? It is a step-by-step procedure to solve a problem. So to do this, we have used Euclid's division lemma. So we will just do a recap of what is Euclid's division algorithm, and then we will see a couple of examples to find out the HCF using Euclid's division lemma. So we have seen in our previous class, to obtain the HCF of two positive integers, say C and D, with C greater than D. So if you take any of the two members, so one member is greater than the other member, and follow these steps to identify your HCF. How do you do it? The step 1, you will apply the Euclid's division lemma to C and D, and we will find the remainder. So how do you do it? C is equal to dq plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r less than d. So this is same as your Euclid's division lemma, where a is equal to bq plus r, 0 less than or equal to r less than b. So the same thing they have written in the form of cd. So if you see here, C is equal to dq plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r less than d. So where C is your dividend, D is your divisor, Q is your quotient, and R is your remainder. So now once you do that, you will see whether the remainder is 0 or not. If that is 0, if remainder is 0, then the divisor will be your HCF of C and D. And if the remainder is not equal to 0, then you will apply the division lemma to the divisor and the remainder, that is D and R. So whatever you see here, D and R, you will apply the division lemma. So now the next one, you will see the process continue. You will continue the process till the remainder is 0. So this is where you will identify the HCF of the two given integers. So how do you do it? So if HCF of C comma D is equal to HCF of D comma R, so that will be your final HCF. Whenever your remainder is 0, so that D value will be the divisor will be your HCF. We will see couple of examples and then you will understand it easily. So there are 4 sums given here. So let me take one by one example and we will demonstrate each and every example. So first one, if you look at the first problem where you have 50 and 70. So what is the formula? So you saw the formula as C is equal to dq plus r, right? So if you see the formula as C is equal to dq plus r, where 0 less than or equal to r less than d. So here, what is your C value first? 50 and 70. So where C is greater than D. That is what we discussed in the previous formula. So my C value will be 70 and D value will be 50 from the given problem number 1. So 70 is C and D is 50. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to write the bigger number, that is 70 is equal to 50 into 1 plus what is the remainder? 20. So now my remainder is not equal to 0. So if you see, it is C is equal to dq plus r format, where my r is not equal to 0. Now what is my D? D value is 50 here. So again what I'm going to do is, so my D value is equal to 20 into 2 times 40 plus 10. 20 into 2 40, and the remainder is 10. Again this value not equal to 0. And finally you have to write again 20 in the form of dq plus r. So how do you write it? So your remainder is 10. So 10 into 2, so 10 2s are 20 and plus 0. So now I got my remainder as 0. So that means the HCF of 50 and 70 equal to the divisor whatever you got, where the remainder is 0, that value is 10. So this is how you will identify the HCF of two given integers. Similarly, we will resolve the remaining problems. So how do we do it? So we will just go ahead with 96 and 72. So in 96 and 72, what is your 96? 96 is C and D is equal to 72. How do you write 96? Using division algorithm lemma. So you can say division lemma, Euclid's division lemma. So 96 is equal to 72 into 1 plus what is the remainder? 24. So now 72, your R value is 24, which is not equal to 0. So you should understand you have to derive this formula till you get the remainder is 0. Now what I am going to do is I am going to write my 72 value is equal to 24 into how many times? 3 times plus 0. So remainder is equal to 0. You need to make sure that you are using the remainder whatever is available here, that you need to make it as the divisor next time and try to see how many times it will divide the divisor. So that you will identify the common factor. So that's the reason. So your HCF for 96 and 72 is equal to 24. So wherever the divisor comes with the remainder is 0, that divisor you will call the highest common factor. So this is the solution for second one. And similarly, if we look at the third one, I hope you got now. So 300 and 550. So what is your C value? C value is 550 and D value is 300. So now what I'm going to do? 550 I have to write using 300. So how many times? 300 into 1 plus what is the remainder? 250 is the remainder. So again, so my remainder, that is 250, which is not equal to 0. Now what I have to do? I have to write 300 using 250. So how do you write it? 300 is equal to 250 into how many times? 1 time plus remainder is 50. So here also your R not equal to 0. Now what I'm going to do? Still the remainder is not 0. Again I have to write 250 using the remainder 50. So 50 into how many times in 250? 50 into 5, 250 plus 0. So your remainder is equal to 0. So in this case, whatever the divisor you have here, so that will be the HCF of your 300 and 550 is equal to 50 is your HCF. So you hope you understand the concept. Now we will see the last problem in this section. So how do you identify the HCF of two given numbers using Euclid's algorithm?